is OLU-LAWAL, and you're welcome back to my channel. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, and make sure you tell somebody to watch this video because I know they will find it very, very, very helpful. So, what are we talking about today? We're talking about adult friendships, and honestly, I feel like the most difficult time to actually make friends is in your adulthood because now you have to actually go out of your way because growing up, you go to elementary school, you go to high school, you go to uni, college, and you are in people's spaces or people are in your spaces and you have common interests. It's easy to just vibe over like the most random thing. Oh, I like your dress. Oh, I like your uniform. I like how it fits you. Oh, I like this. I like that. But like as an adult, everyone has a busy life. Most people have families. Most people have responsibilities. Even you yourself, you have such a fixed and an occupied calendar, and really it takes intentionality to go out of your way to make friends. So I'm going to be talking about just some peculiarities of friendships in adulthood and maybe some things that could help us. I'm saying us because I also need this help. So listen and stay tuned. One is that adult friendships, as I said, really takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of intentionality. So the scripture even says, he that wants to have friends has to show himself or herself friendly. So you cannot just say, oh, well, I'm all that, and people just gravitate towards me. You actually have to go out of your way and make friends. You have to show that you're a friendly person. You have to show that, okay, I'm approachable. You have to make sure you smile as much as you can. Make sure you're warm, really. And it's not for you to just allow people ride over you. That is something entirely different. This is you being pleasant, being sweet, being warm. When people ask you questions, you answer with enthusiasm, like you're interested in speaking to them. Walk up to people randomly. I know. Some of us are like introverts, some of us are extroverts, but I feel like if you want to have friends and friends that really would help you or that will be there for you as you navigate through life, and you also will be there for them because that's another thing about friendship. It is a symbiotic relationship. It should never be parasitic. Parasitic really is like nobody should be only dependent on the other person. It should be like a codependence. So one point I would say is you have to show yourself friendly. You have to be intentional about being warm towards people. So that's one. Two is that maybe you should actually not set out to have 100 friends because unlike when you were in uni or high school or elementary school where you had the capacity to, I mean, what did you really need to show up for them, right? Or what were the things that they needed showing up for? I'm talking about your friends now. Random, okay, yes, it's your birthday. Let's say high school, oh, it's my birthday, or it's your friend's birthday. So of course you should maybe plan something in terms of, oh, sing a song or get a small gift or get your friends, your other friends to celebrate the person. So it's not really, it's not really much of a sacrifice because really you guys were all young. But now, when it comes to adult friendship, you actually have to show up. Sometimes you have to show up to people's houses. Sometimes you have to be the one that they can call at midnight if something is going on. Sometimes you have to be the one that is their emergency contact. So you have to factor all of this in, right? And think about it. You have a full schedule, you have a full life, you have things that you have to attend to. So you have to ensure that you have the capacity to show up for these people that you're gonna call your friends. So maybe you should not have like five. Maybe you should have just two that you can be committed to. And if you have the capacity for five, why not? But maybe if you have the capacity for five, don't stretch yourself to try to have 20 friends, right? And I honestly feel like having too many friends, like 20 is just ridiculous. Can you really genuinely be friends with those people? Which takes me to my third point, which is know really what friendship means. Some people will call our friends are just our acquaintances. Some people will call our friends are just our colleagues. Some people will call our friends are just our family or our family friends. Just people that we've known all our lives, and that doesn't necessarily make them our friends. So in adulthood, I feel like you cannot afford to just assume everyone is my friend, or assume that everyone that is pleasant to you as well is your friend. No, you have to. I feel like you have to spell it out. Like, am I your friend? Are you my friend? Are we friends? This is my expectation of you. This is your expectation of me. I feel like that is gonna it's gonna help us avoid a lot of conflict, a lot of assumptions, a lot of confusions, because okay, this is where I stand in this person's life, and to actually even help you with meeting their own expectations of you as well, because now we both know what we are getting into, we both know what we are doing, and then it's easy for us to show up for one another that way. My fourth and final point is that, see, God, scripture says that in all of your ways acknowledge God and He directs your paths. I feel like adulthood, there are so many things at stake. you know, Especially when you're younger, not really many things were at stake. I mean, there were some things that were at stake, but a lot of them were not really life changing. Because come to think about it, your friends, some of them have the potential to be like godparents to your children, if you have children already or if you plan to have children. So think about it. And of course, you might have a friend and still decide to have a separate godparent for your children, but these are type of things that you are not thinking about as a child or as a young adult, but as an adult, you have to factor in, like, okay, is this somebody I want around my children? Is this somebody that, oh, if we're having like a play date between our children or something? Sorry, I'm talking a lot about children. I don't have children yet, but we give God the glory. um, if we're gonna plan like a play date with our children, is this somebody that I trust their values? That okay, my children can play with their children because I know that these ones would have instilled in their children the right values, right? Those are things to think about. You have to think about things like, oh, you are in a marriage or in a relationship. Is this friend somebody that you know would give you a genuine advice that is not harmful or detrimental to your relationship? So you have to think about these things. Now, I need to take it out of your family life. You have to think about, of course, your friends should not be your all in all. That's why you should have mentors, you should have family members, you should have acquaintances that are maybe proficient in another area of life, right? Um, but it's important that you pick somebody that, okay, you want to make a career decision or you want to make a life-changing decision, you trust their judgment to a large extent. And I feel like I'm going to give a bonus point, which will be my fifth point. It's like, your friend cannot be everything to you. So maybe, yes, have a couple of friends, maybe not too many, but a couple, two, three, and make sure you know what those friends are for in your life. So maybe this friend, okay, just for gisting, and I'm gonna show up for them in their own life events, and they'll show up for me. But mainly, this friend is just for gisting, and trust me, you'll be good for it. So this other friend is for career things, or this other friend is for traveling. So it's okay for you to have those different type of friends, but it's important that you choose them wisely. So I hope that this has blessed you. Let me know if, I mean, I feel like the consensus or what I've heard really is that it's more difficult to make friends as adults as opposed to when we're younger. But maybe you're the 1% of the 1%. Let me know if it's been easier for you to make friends as an adult, and make sure you also tell me some things that has helped you in your adult friendship, or some peculiarity that you've seen, like, oh, I didn't have to worry about this as a child, but now this is such a big deal. Feel free to comment and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.